starting group. Jalen Wells out there with Jackson. Then there's Santi Aldama. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard. And for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Larson in at the 2. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's Jerome. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Outside Wells. Jackson for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. Pass to Mitchell. Now Wiggins. Fires the 3. Jerome grabs the miss. And here's Memphis. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
Now here's Adebayo. He played a great game against New Orleans.
Nice form on that J from Bam. He's really worked on his shot.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Jackson surveying the D. Back to Jerome. Aldama outside. Pass to Jerome. 5 on the clock. Over Mitchell. Jerome, that's good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now Powell. The steal. Outside Wells. Here's Jackson.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Memphis shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Jackson. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
No good on the second free throw. Adebayo feeling it out a bit. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Tipped away and stolen by Jerome. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Wells. It's Wells on the wing. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jerome outside. Jack's up at 3. Rebound Miami. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Now here's Wiggins. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Here's Aldama, and they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Here's Powell, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. Here's Adebayo. The bank shot, no good. Memphis leading by 3. Lets the 3 fly. Jerome, no good. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Heat. Pass to Powell. And here's Adebayo. To stop the drought. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Coward. Yet to see a basket. Here's Jackson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Getting into the final third of the season now, Richard. Award talk is coming into focus.
I think most of the voters are starting to make their very short list. Fans might have made up their minds, but the next month will be very important.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson. Ware's checked in for Wiggins. And so Jackson nails both of them. Heat trail by 5. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
For 3, Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Jerome passes to Aldama. Pass to Jackson. The 11-footer. And he drops that one in. Jackson's got 5. The Heat have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Powell surveying the D. Adebayo, no good.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Inside, here's Aldama, and he jams it home with authority.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Powell. Lets it fly. And that's good for 2. He's got 5. Memphis leading by 4. Jackson outside. Outside Wells. Pass to Aldama. Now here's Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell finds Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. For 3, Powell. Memphis with a rebound. Last time they met was in Memphis.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game. The adjustment, man, what a finish.
3rd team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Heat trail by 7. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Powell. He's got 5. Adebayo in the post. Defended by Jackson. Adebayo, that's good.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle always on the interior.
Jerome with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver.
And it's the way he stayed aggressive in getting to the foul line that was impressive. But he also did a superb job in cashing in from the foul line.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Heat, currently 8th in their conference. They're hoping to keep that playoff spot.
I think for the Heat, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
Here's Ware, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Mitchell against Jerome. Jackson for three. Drains the triple. Jackson's got 8.
Hey, he can make that shot and have to respect him defensively.
Heat trail by 6. Now here's Mitchell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Adebayo, a screen on Jerome. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And now Memphis on the break. He stops. He pops. That one goes. Count it. And it's an 8-point Memphis lead.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Now here's Adebayo. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Powell outside. The three. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Wells. Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Ware. Miami's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Now Powell. Give him 8. Back to Ware. Shoots over Jackson. And it's Coward with a rebound. Memphis leading by 5. And Jackson, here we go. Mitchell against Jerome. Outside Wells. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Now here's Adebayo. Pass to Mitchell from outside the arc. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Picked by Aldama. Jerome against Mitchell. Uses the glass on the layup. Jerome's got 7 points in the game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Ware. Here's Powell. And he lobs it up to the rim.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Coward. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Jerome outside. The 3 is up. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score,
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Jovic, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Fontecchio comes in for Powell. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Larson. And Yakachonis subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Pippen. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Spencer. A minute 35 left in the first quarter of the game. Pippen left side. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by the Heat.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Down low. Stolen by Anderson. And they're pushing it up. And he takes the feet in stride and slams it home.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Pass to Jovic. Here's Jakic. And here's Fontecchio. Outside Jaquez. Fires for three. They get it again. Where? Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Here's Spencer. He's scoreless. Here's Pippen. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Jakic. In his last outing, he had 11 points. He nails it, and we're tied.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Spencer to the paint. Anderson gets the bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
We've got Kel'el Ware. Jaime Jaquez out there with Jakic. Then there's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Jovic in at power forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And that one's good. Caldwell Pope's gotten his first points in this one.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Heat trail by 4. Pass to Ware. Here's Jovic. Ware, the screen. Launches it. Pure from three-point range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Fires from deep. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Jalen Wells.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Here's Spencer. No points yet. Out left to the wing. Here's Hendricks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Gets the 3 to fall. Jovic has got 6 points in the quarter.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Pass to Anderson. Now Pippen. Back to Anderson. Now here's Ware. Anderson covers. Here's Jakic. Fontecchio outside. Beyond the arc. Anderson pulls it down. Grizzlies lead by 3. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Kel'el Ware. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but You know, then you also want that vertical spacing too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams making some changes here. Here for you now, a list of some of the NBA's do-it-all men. The top rebounding small forwards over the previous 10 games. Fourth, Jaime Jaquez.
And these guys may not be the tallest or strongest players on the floor, but that hasn't limited their ability to mix it up and dominate on the glass.
One word you always hear used to describe these guys is active. They don't leave it to just the bigs to do the rebounding. They get in there and do the dirty work themselves.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, when you send them to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Miami moving it around. Powell passes to Mitchell. Out to Powell. Three-pointer. And it's Coward with a rebound. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Jerome. Count it. His fourth bucket in 8 shots.
They recognized what the defense was allowing and took full advantage.
Pass to Jaquez. Powell outside. And here's Jaquez. He's covered by Wells. Outside Mitchell. They get it back. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Friday, they head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that game against Milwaukee is going to be a good challenge for them. Even though they expect to win, it could probably go either way, depending on how well they play.
That free throw misses. Memphis making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Back to Jerome. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Prosper's checked in.
Olivier Maxence, Prosper.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Jaquez. Takes a 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Jaquez has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Coward. Jerome feeling it out a bit. There's the drive. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Coward. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Heat trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Larson. Outside for Mitchell. Where the screen. Miami needs to get off a shot here. And again, Miami with a triple.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. BA, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass. opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
And the Heat making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Jackson is checked in. Grizzlies trail by 3. Jerome outside. Takes it inside. Pass to Coward. Now Jerome. Back to Wells to halt the run. Rebound Miami.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. Miami moving it around. Jerome against Jaquez. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Here's Prosper. 14 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Jerome, right side. Here's Wells. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Count it.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so Tomas Isolo calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Aldama's checked in for Prosper. Wells up top. Now covers. To the middle. Pass to Aldama. Here's Jerome. Picked by Aldama. 5 to shoot. Jerome, no good.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Jerome. To the left side wing. Left side Adebayo. Fires it from 18. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
To stop the drought. Here's Aldama. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Adebayo just cooking inside.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 7. Well, Richard, he's from a place with a history of great big men. Santi Aldama is next in line.
Well, the first Spanish players that come to mind for me are the Gasol brothers. The connection, Spanish and big men. Aldama has carried that lineage well in his short time in the NBA.
Now here's Mitchell. Powell outside. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his 3rd of the game.
Jerome with the ball. Checked by Mitchell. Back to Jerome. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Powell. 11 points in the game. And the Heat, another three.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
And the dunk by Jackson.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Adebayo. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Pass to Aldama. Jerome outside. Here's the three. Drills it from deep. Jerome's got 14.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Adebayo passes to Powell. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact and getting to the line.
Team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Jackson.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Ware's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Now here's Mitchell. Tight defense on him. Pass to Adebayo. Miami moving it around. For 3, Powell connects from downtown. Powell's got 17 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Mitchell against Jerome. Mitchell grabs a miss. Heat leading by 13. Powell outside. For 3. And it's Coward with a rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
50 seconds left in the first half. Jackson finds Jerome. Back to Jackson. Outside Wells. This one for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Powell. On the wing, Mitchell. Adebayo sets a screen, and he lobs it up. Mitchell's shot is good. 10 points for him.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Jackson, right side. Back to Jerome. Over Mitchell. No good on the buzzer beater. It's been all about Norman Powell for Miami. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then just started to, just make some tough ones, which sometimes happens when you see the ball go in.
Defense set the tone, though. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Miami Heat.
Normally, I'd say you want a versatile attack, but the way they're shooting the three ball, I don't know about that.
Versatile or versatile, this game is about as uncompetitive as we have seen. And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, we've seen Norman Powell really having a great game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Heat leading by 15. Checking out the group for Tuomas Isalo to start the second half. Jackson out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Santi Aldama. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the 2.
Now, passing isn't the strongest part of Wiggins' game, but he is far from a selfish scorer.
Pass to Jerome. Now Aldama. Jerome outside. Launches a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Jerome's got 17.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Hits the trifecta. Powell's got 20 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Jerome against Mitchell. Pass to Aldama. And here's Wells. Now here's Jackson. And the layup is good. 12 points for him.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Heat leading by 16. Outside Mitchell. It's Powell on the wing. From behind the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Wells. Pass to Jackson. 4-3. Miami grabs the miss.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Here's Larson. Now Adebayo. Guarded by Aldama. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul. Now at the line, Bam Adebayo. If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line, my call would sound like this. Now at the line, Jaylen Brown.
And the free throw, no good.
You have to love the style Bam brings with him to the floor. He's such a spirited player, and you can see his teammates enjoy it as well.
And the shot goes down.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Miami leading by 19. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Down low, puts it up, and it's Miami with another.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Hey, we've seen Norman Powell really having a great game.
We all know the message from their coach. Figure out a way to stop the hot hand.
The 2K leaderboard from the real NBA. The league leaders in points off turnovers. 4th, the Heat.
They anticipate well defensively, force a lot of mistakes, and quickly turn defense into offense.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Aldama outside. Pass to Coward, and here's Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 ball. Fires in the triple. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Here's Larson from downtown. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 assists now tonight. Up top, Aldama. Pass to Jackson. Back to Aldama. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Aldama's got 8.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Now here's Wiggins. Out to the right wing. Pass to Adebayo. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 14.
It's been a perfect start coming out of the half. I mean, you have to really love the execution.
Now here's Jackson. Now here's Aldama. Hounded by Adebayo. Jerome outside. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games. And they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Jackson. 15 points in the game. Takes the 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Jackson's got 8 here in this quarter.
This is his second 3 this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Powell. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Here's Jackson. Hounded by Wiggins. Jackson, the pass to Aldama. Over Adebayo. And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it. And he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Heat. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Wiggins for 3. Aldama grabs the board. Aldama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Jerome. Inside. Here's Coward. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Adebayo sets a screen. Powell's shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, it's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a backseat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. BA, back to you.
It's all about results. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Powell. Heat leading by 15. Wiggins outside. And there's a pick from deep. Aldama grabs a board. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Pass to Wells. Here's Coward. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Wiggins. Wiggins got 4 rebounds now. Now Mitchell. Mitchell, a screen on Jackson. And here's Wiggins. The three sinks the tray. Wiggins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Over his career, we've seen Wiggins improve that three-point shooting game. Credit Andrew for putting in the work.
Jackson outside. Picked by Aldama. To the wing, right side. Jerome outside. 6 on the shot clock from the arc. And it's Miami with a rebound. Wiggins got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Adebayo. Got it. Good job in the low post. Adebayo's got 10 points here in the second half.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
There's Jackson with the three. Rebound by the Heat. Jaquez with it, and it's Aldama picking him up from the stripe. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Jaquez. Adebayo's got 20.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now here's Wells. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Miami leading by 20. Outside Mitchell, out to the right wing. Right side Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one. The Heat making a switch here. Bears checked in. Pippen, he's checked in for Memphis.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw's good. Adebayo. Pippen with it. Still without a bucket. Jackson outside. Pippen outside. The three is up. Jaquez grabs the board. And it's Miami's ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Jaquez has got 11 points.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Now here's Pippen. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Wells. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Always a plus to have forwards who can dish it. A look at the top assist numbers for small forwards. Jaime Jaquez third.
They're smart, athletic players who move the ball well in any situation, transition, the half-court set, you can count on them to just make good decisions.
They give their teams an element that not every squad has. That kind of passing from the small forward spot allows an offense to be much more free-flowing.
Looking at who's out there now for Miami. Fontecchio's checked in for Larson, and Yakichonis subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Yakichonis. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Yakichonis. And he's going for the oop here. Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. Fontecchio's shot is off. And the Grizzlies shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Pass to Spencer. Now here's Aldama. Pippen outside. Back to Aldama. Right side Anderson. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And the Heat with possession. This run now up to 13-2. Now Jaquez. Pass to Ware. Miami moving it around. Fontecchio. And the three off target. And here are the Grizzlies. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Yakichonis. After the basket by Memphis. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Heat. Where the screen. There's the triple. Yakichonis, that one's good. Yakichonis has got 5.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
And here are the Grizzlies. Pippen outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. We're attacking. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Anderson passes to Aldama. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Pippen. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Miami out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Jaime Jaquez. He's out there with Yakichonis. Khalil Ware out there with Simone Fontecchio. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And for the Heat, they're shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Back to Ware. Outside Jaquez. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
Here's Hendricks. Now here's Anderson. Pass to Pippen. Jerome outside. Puts up a three. Unable to get that one. And here are the Heat now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Fontecchio with the ball. Picked up by Jerome. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pippen. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Spencer. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. Spencer's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Outside Jaquez. Nifty move. Jerome grabs the miss. Jerome's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Here's Yakichonis. Has to Ware. Takes the 3. Spencer grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Jerome. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. To the left wing. 4 on the clock. Here's Pippen. 3-pointer, no good.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
It's Jaquez on the wing. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Yakichonis. And here's Jaquez. He's covered by Jerome. Fades back. Jaquez, that's good.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Jerome outside. To the middle. Here's Anderson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
And he makes a first. Jackson, he's checked in for Spencer. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Doubled by Jackson. Pass to Yakichonis. Where the screen. Tries a 10-footer. Yakichonis' shot is good.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Memphis has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And finished off by Anderson.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Heat have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Ware. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Smith, he's checked in for Miami.
One shot.
And that one misses. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Coward.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far. Smith
passes to Jaquez. They set the screen. The 11-footer. And the shot falls short that time. Memphis has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Shoots. Wells misses.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Back to Ware. Here's Jovic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ty Jerome. That's his first foul of the game.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Young, he's checked in for Smith.
17, Jameer Young.
Here's Fontecchio. Pass to Jovic. Here's Young. Launches it. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jerome, right side. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Now here's Young. Pass to Ware. Now here's Jaquez. Miami moving it around. The 3 is up. Fontecchio's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Aldama. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now. The Heat have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
For Memphis, they've gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Jerome passes to Aldama. And here's Wells. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from 3.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Miami has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Ware. Ware, the screen. Here's the 3. Memphis with a rebound.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
And it's Coward missing. Well, the Heat's shooting around 42% as we continue play in the fourth quarter. Here's Jovic. From outside the arc. Cleared away by Wells. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Aldama, the pass to Jackson. Shot on the wing. And the jumper is on the mark. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Pass to Jackson. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, BA. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
And that one's good. Jovic.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Coward. Jackson for 3. Jackson with another miss. Pass to Jovic. Soft touch off the glass. Jovic has got 8 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies have gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. Outside Wells. Now Jackson. 6 to shoot. Aldama, the rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Yakichonis. He's covered by Jerome. Fontecchio outside. Pass to Yakichonis. And again, it's Miami from deep.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Outside Wells. Back to Jerome. Here's Coward. Jerome outside. Shot to stop the run. He's off on that one. Miami shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. And here's Jaquez. Here's Yakichonis. No good with the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
From downtown. And it's Coward missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Yakichonis. Goes up on the baseline. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Jerome. A minute 58 left in the final quarter. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
So it's Miami now. The Grizzlies making their last shot. It's picked off. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Jerome's got 26. And for Miami, they're shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wells. Jackson outside. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more. The Heat shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. Outside Jaquez. 50 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Jerome, that's good.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Here's Jaquez, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Here's Jovic. Misses the 3. Wells with it. Now here's Jerome. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Second team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Ty Jerome, 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw is good. Now Smith. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.